Hey virtual family, before we begin, I want to give a shout out to the woman who tried to kill me in the game Raft. I met Aurora Buns about 2 years ago, and it feels like we've always been friends. Not only is she a feminine powerhouse in Second Life, but outside of that, she's a real life artist and a gamer who streams. I'll leave her information for her Facebook and her Twitch. She's on hiatus right now, taking a little break for the holidays, but when she comes back, you really want to follow her. She's comical. Thank you so much, Mama, for always supporting me, and I wish you all of the success that you deserve in this lifetime and the next and the next. Virtual family, I am on my Keynote application, and for this tutorial, I'm going to be using my MacBook Pro. Normally, when I'm creating something for myself, my personal use, I will use my iPad, but when I'm doing something that I'm going to sell to someone or do as a giveaway, I typically use my MacBook Pro because I feel like I have more control over using Keynote in my MacBook Pro. If you are a Windows user, you can also do the same thing that I'm about to do in PowerPoint. So Keynote is the Apple version of PowerPoint. So just so you guys can make that correlation. Okay, so to start with, I'm just going to take a plain basic white presentation here, the theme, and go ahead and click create. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get rid of these boxes because we're not going to need them. We just need this blank canvas. And then the next thing that I do is I go into my document because I want to change the size. And we'll go here to slide size. Now, normally when I do landscape, I do 4:3. And then when I'm doing portrait, I do 3:4. But I had to keep in mind that people are using different types of programs and different types of tablets. So I do a custom slide that I see it seems to work because some people don't like to have empty space when they're working. They want it all filled out, and these dimensions seem to do that. So I put in 1200 by 768. And for now, this seems to be working. As you know, things always change, so I'll probably have to update my dimensions, but that works perfect for me now. So I'm going to go back to format, and I don't like to have a really white background. So what I do is I go into color fill, and I love that they have these little pencils to mark the color. So right now it's on this snow. So I usually drop it down to like either mercury, sometimes silver. So yeah, mercury, that's white, but it's not like a blinding white. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. So I go ahead and do that. The next thing that I'm going to do is go into my shapes, and I'm going to use this triangle here. And I bet you guys can already see like where I'm going with this. So I'm going to put this down in the corner, and then I'm going to make it a little bigger. So it's just easy to just go ahead and use the arrows here. And if you can see on there, Keynote does a great job of giving you guides and also showing you your width and your height. So I kind of look at that and I remember it. What I'm going to do is like duplicate this shape for the other corners, but I always kind of look at it so I can make sure that I have them all the same size. So this is about where I want it. So I'll just leave that there. Now, the way that it's black like that, I mean, I could probably use it just for myself, but as I said, I'm going to be using this in something else, so I want to add more to it. So I'm going to click on here, and then I'm going to go to the fill, and I'm going to do an image fill. And when I do that, it gives me the option to bring in an image that I want to use. So I go to choose, And then I already have selected what I want. I'm already in the folder. I want to bring in a leather, and I like this black one. So I'm going to double click on that. And as you can see, it really, like, look at that. It really changes the look of it. So I like how that, let me see. Just make it a tad bit bigger. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that. And then move it over here. Make sure where I am. Gonna zoom out, sorry. Yeah, so sometimes you have to zoom out to see exactly where it is because your toolbars get in the way. So of course this doesn't fit, so I'm gonna go ahead and arrange it, which is another great tool, and I'm gonna flip it. Oh, wrong way. Flip it that way. So now it's the same as this one. I'm just gonna check and see the yellow guides. Aren't they great? Okay, so that has that one there. It's even. Gonna go ahead and duplicate this one. And I'm gonna bring it here and flip it. So you have two ways you can flip it. Here's the other thing, like if you're in, like if you build in Second Life, you know the rotations that we have. We have 90, 180, and 360. Was it? Wait, no. It's 90, 180, 270, and then 360, which is 0. So the same with this. Pop that there. Go ahead and duplicate this one. And move it over here. Sorry, wrong flip. Oh shoot, what did I do? Okay, there we go. And I just want to make sure they're all lined up. See the two lines? So it's perfect. So here's something else that you can do. Okay. Yeah, it's right. Sometimes adding shadows make all the difference. And you guys know that if you're someone that works in virtual spaces, or if you create things digital wise, or even like if you draw or paint, you know that shadows can bring depth, and it just makes all the difference. So I'm going to add in a shadow, and you have to play around with these to see that gives you the effect that you want. So here's the drop shadow on this one, and this would be a contact shadow, which I definitely don't believe in. Here you get a little view of it, and then there's a curve shadow. So I feel like the drop shadow is kind of what I want, and then here you can change things about it, like the offset, and see, that's like way too much. I just wanted to show you what it does. It's like it lifts it. So for me, I feel like 2 is enough. You can change the opacity and the blur, and also the angle of it. So I'll just go ahead and do the same one for this one, just to give you guys an idea and see how that changes. So yeah, so look at these two in comparison to this one. So it's really just that simple and I mean, you can see it's like, because some of those blotters don't have anything on them. They're just white padding. But I'm going to be working on this one to add some stuff to it, and as soon as I do, I'll post a picture so you guys can see what more can be done. But this is just to get you started. You can use a different texture with colors. Maybe you want these to be all pink, or you want to be leopard, whatever you want to do, you can do that to get the look that you want. So that is it, guys. If you have any questions, please hit me up on Facebook or either YouTube if that's where you're watching this. And again, if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please follow me and like on both of those places for me. It really helps me out and to grow my channel. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.